Hi legends, let's analyze the price of Bitcoin. I see, as per the thumbnail, a little bit of a squeeze happening over here. Okay, and what are the high probabilities from a upwards momentum or a downwards momentum? But what I can tell you guys is, even if we don't know whether we're breaking up or whether we're breaking down, we can still enter high probable trades with good risk management and make money to the upside or to the downside. I think that's the beauty about leverage accounts. Okay, not necessarily the leverage, which I will share. Let me just pause my screen over there. Is that there's also a little secret, okay, that I would like to share in today's live stream. So stay tuned not to miss out on any alpha. I would like to discuss, maybe just briefly go through the secret behind high leverage positions. How do you catch them, okay, without liquidating your account? I've been playing many high leverage positions throughout the years, but also more recently on one of my play accounts successfully. Okay, legends, let me share my screen over here. Ooh, currently getting a nice little pumpy action here from the price of Bitcoin. Okay, welcome Irina, welcome to the live stream. 𝗖𝗿𝗆𝗍𝗽, much love to you as well. Today it's going to be a little bit more relaxing. I know this is a late night live stream, okay, so let's keep it chilled. I will go through the comments. Hopefully I'll be able to answer all of your questions, okay, and take some altcoin requests maybe perhaps towards the end of the live stream. I'm going to keep it short and punchy. You know, I like to be brief, be bright, be gone. That is my motto in life. Okay, so let's dive right in. Okay, legends. I just want to go back here onto the 8-hour time frame. Let's see where we are. Okay. Right. So from a simplicity perspective, okay, from a simplicity perspective, and I'll also go through some of the trades that I took today successfully. I got stopped out of one trade. Okay, we don't always win. We don't win all of them. I believe trading is like running a business. You have to pay your expenses. You have to buy the stock. You have to pay the salaries. So being stopped out for me is like giving the market a little bit of money, but limiting how much I give the market. Okay, it's about good risk management. You want to keep your losses as small as possible and your wins as big as possible. So even after being stopped out of a trade today, I still made back the losses with profits in the bag. Okay, it wasn't my best trading day today. Yesterday was an absolute phenomenal day. I made massive gains yesterday. Today I made a little bit of gains, but still I didn't lose money, and that is what's important. Right, Alan Clark, welcome. Good evening. Okay, who else? Lenny 𝗖𝗍𝗿, welcome to the live stream. Okay, let me put the music a little bit softer over here. Okay, is that better? Because then I'm going to get comments of people saying the music's too loud, we can't focus, right? I'm just trying to keep or make trading a little bit more exciting. We had a Discord discussion yesterday, just talking about some of the YouTube influencers, how entertaining some of them are, but they don't know anything about technical analysis. And, you know, ironically, even the people that I follow to this day has the most boring YouTube channels, but I listen to them and I absorb the knowledge because I learn. Okay, they actually know how to trade. They are successful day traders, but their channels are boring as hell. Okay, so I know I potentially fall in the boring camp, and I'm trying to think of ways to make it a little bit more exciting. And right, but at the end of the day, trading is boring, okay? And it's about technical analysis. I mean, my word, technical analysis. How much more exciting do you want to get? Okay, it's extremely boring. And most importantly, trading is a game of patience. Like I will show you on how to execute high leveraged positions. Okay, it is an extreme game of patience. And if you want to attempt 100x or even 150x position, okay, you have to be very selective, and you have to really wait for that right moment to execute that trade, okay, with good risk management. And I've taken a couple of them this week already. The most leverage I've ever used was 100x during during my trading career, and then 𝗞𝗍𝗂𝗍 came out with 200x leverage. So yesterday I attempted a 150x leverage position successfully. Okay, took profits, cashed out, happy with the trade. But I just want to share today, perhaps if I just want to share a couple of secrets about how to successfully execute a high leverage position without getting liquidated. Okay, that's the key. How do you execute a high leverage position without getting liquidated? Okay, because yes, you can still get stopped out. As I always say, I do not get liquidated, I get stopped out. Okay. Right, we need truth, 𝗬𝗍𝘆𝗽𝗍. We do not need Kardashian shows. Keep going. Yes, that's what I say as well. I mean, I could try and flavor up my YouTube channel, I suppose, and how I present and, do my stuff without a shirt and have some rock and roll music playing in the background. But at the end of the day, it's not me. Okay, it's not who I am. My family also tells me that, I'm a serious person by nature. And trading, unfortunately, is a serious game. You've got money on the line. You need to focus. You need to know how to execute risk management. You need to be disciplined. You have to be robotic. You have to suppress your emotions. I think a lot of people look at trading as, oh, it would be amazing to leave my 9 to 5 and become a full-time day trader. I can tell you guys now, it is a full-time job. Okay. It really is a full-time job, especially if you have discipline around your trading. Okay, you're not FOMOing, you're not being a cowboy trying to catch falling knives and jump on shooting rockets and things like that. You have to be focused, you have to be disciplined, and you have to be patient. Okay. For me, I think there's many things that can test your patience. It's children, number one, because I have a daughter. They really know how to test your patience. And another thing that taught me patience is freshwater fishing. I know I'm not getting into the technical analysis, but I mean, price is just being squeezed here at the moment. I'll get to it in a second. But freshwater fishing, okay, really, really teaches you patience. Okay, because you stare at your rod for hours and hours waiting for something to happen. Nothing happens. And then you sit there. Should I reel in? Should I replace the bait? Maybe I should read a book, whatever the case might be. So especially if you go fishing without technology. You can't go onto Facebook, you can't TikTok, you can't YouTube, you can't do anything. And I often do those activities, and I will take some pictures. I will do on my Instagram account, Legends, down in the description, okay? This is where you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I've got a fishing trip coming up, and I will post some pictures and videos on my Instagram. Okay, so make sure to go and follow me on Instagram. I have started a fresh account where I'm sharing some trading tips for new beginners and advanced beginners, or maybe just to refresh your memory. But I also want to share a little bit of the personal side of my life. What do I like to do for fun? So I've got a fishing trip coming up, and I wouldn't mind posting some pictures, and hopefully I'll catch a big fish and I can show you guys, and I'll post it on there. So give me a follow on Instagram. Also, we've got, okay, I've received some comments of people saying that they really want to join the World Series of Trading on Bybit, and they really want to join our team, but the country is restricted. They cannot join because the country is restricted. They've tried VPNs. They just can't get into the competition. Okay, there is another competition that I'm also partaking in, and that is under exchanges here in the description, Bluffin. That no KYC exchange, there is that $100,000 competition. This is not a team competition. This is an individual competition, but based on your performance and how well you trade, the volume that you're turning, the P&L that you're turning, you can share a pool of $100,000. Okay, so it's not just one person that gets the $100,000. If you're in the top 10, you most likely get some money out of the prize pool. Okay, so go join us on Bluffin, or come join me on Bluffin, because I'm going to be trading aggressively here on Bluffin. Right, so links down in the description if you'd like to join. And okay, let's get into some technical analysis. Just short it at $60,700. Okay, let's zoom into the price action over here. Ooh, beautiful short. I mean, I did see the shorting opportunity, okay. I did see the shorting opportunity, but I was getting ready for the stream. But I mean, you've nailed the entry. And I think what makes, okay, these trades, and this is actually part of the high risk leverage strategy that I want to share with you guys today, is that what makes these trades so powerful, okay, is because your risk management is absolutely insane. And I did see, as price was moving up here, okay, that we were forming bearish CVD, okay, quite some aggressive bearish CVD. Can you see between those two pivots, you have bearish CVD? Okay, and on white. So you have a double confirmation, which increases the probabilities of the CVD playing out. And now we're getting the dump here to the downside, and the target is the low, right? Let's see how this plays out. Unless while price is dropping, it gets countered by bullish CVD, and then price will reverse back to the upside. Okay, so I did spot this trade just before I went live now with the channel. So well done for getting in. Your position should already be protected because you've got an insane entry price over there. 6,700. I mean, you've nailed the entry over there. So please take profits on the way down, protect position, because you never know if we're just going to keep on chopping inside of here. And if you're waiting for that, you might not get it right now. And then you get stopped out with the next momentum here to the upside. Okay, cool. Legends, let's quickly zoom out here on the 1 hour time frame. Okay, the highest probable bouncing area that I do see here at the moment, just looking at the larger time frames, okay, when in doubt, zoom out, okay, is when you take a fib. Let me just make it a little bit thicker so everyone can see the lines. Okay, let me know in the comments if the music is too loud. Okay, the music is playing very softly here by me, but I'm not sure, you know, running through the recording software if the music is bugging you guys. Or should I pump it up or should I bring it down? Let me know in the comments. Okay. Your pattern is very bearish. Okay. Right. I mean, well, this is actually a bullish pattern. This is a bullish pennant that's building up over here. Okay, but the best level of confluence that I see over here, and I'm sure Andy spoke about it because I know a lot of you has just jumped off Andy's live stream as well. Okay, music is okay. Thanks, Mariella. Appreciate it. Mariella, okay, now that I've got you here in the comments, let me do this. I hope I'm doing it to the right person. Right, there we go, Mariella. Thank you so much for assisting. I appreciate it. Okay, so legends, the most obvious level that I see here is the 50% fib level. I mean, obviously, okay, if you haven't seen the 50% fib level, then you're living under a rock. But now you need to build confluence around that 50% fib level, because a fib level by itself is not confluence enough. Okay, so when I start switching on point of controls, I'm like, oh, I've got nothing over there. Then I switch on daily levels. I've got nothing at the 50%. Then I switch on weekly levels. Nothing. So quite an empty zone from a confluence perspective. The only confluence that I could find, okay, give me the hammer. That's a spanner, by the way. Right. The only confluence that I can find that lines up with the 50% fib level over here is when I take a fixed range profile of this entire wave when we created this low over here, and I take a fixed range profile, okay, from the low to where we are right now, then we have some levels of confluence at the moment. Okay, so that is the point of control of this entire range, this upwards momentum that we have been forming, where the most amount of volume was traded. And what is interesting about this point of control is that it has perfect alignment with that little pivoty thingy, okay, 𝗞𝗔 over there. So if price had to break to the downside, okay, so that's why I said, okay, can you see price is pumping up again? So for the 60,000 mod, I'm not even going to try and pronounce your surname, okay? I hope you took profits because now we're back up again, okay? Just squeezing in that wedgie scenario. So that pivot thingy, okay, has perfect confluence with a point of control and more or less confluence with a 50% fib level. Okay, do I have a monthly level over there? Yes, okay, at least I do have a monthly level there as well. So we do have some confluence, okay, in this zone for potential bounce. Okay, I longed that the 0.382 with a very high leverage position right over there with this little bounce here to the upside very successfully, okay? And I will share that in a moment for the high risk leverage positions, what we need to, or how to execute those. So if we break the structure here to the downside, just, you know, basic boring technical analysis, if we break the pennant here to the downside, okay, we get acceptance back above, I'll be interested in a long. Definitely I'll be interested in a long. Not as price is dropping. No longing for me. Not as price is waterfalling. I want to see the bounce. I want to see the reaction. And when price gets back above the level, you can even use the point of control as a swing failure line, whichever floats your boat. But when price slows down, it gets a reaction like price is getting a reaction over here. This is the reaction I want to see. Okay. Most likely you're going to break the trend and then off to the races we go. Okay. And then it's important as well, if you do catch this trade here to the upside, do not expect, okay, the highs to be claimed. Do not expect that the highs will be claimed. Pay yourself on the way up. Please pay yourself on the way up, because you might get a breakout over here. Okay. You come maybe tap the top of the range over here again, and then you fall back down, and you didn't pay yourself because you thought you had an epic entry and you made nice profits over there that you've just lost. Okay, and either you get stopped out at break even, or you left your stop loss beneath the lows and you get stopped out with a loss. Okay, so from a high time frame perspective, I'm looking at the FIP, the 50% FIP. Okay, we also have a naked monthly point of control at the 0.618. If it gets nasty here to the downside, we all know that the 618 levels are usually high bouncing areas, okay, a higher probability for a bounce. So if we do not get a reaction over here and we just keep on falling down, I will wait for the 0.618, but I would prefer a swing failure from these lows over here. That would be my preference, where you come back down, you grab the liquidity, and you get acceptance back above. Okay. I'm not sure if we're going to get that low, okay, but I mean, anything is possible, right? You usually get a reaction. You can see here as well. Can you see when we broke here, the point of control, look how beautifully we tapped it and we got a bounce. Okay, so maybe similar scenario, you tap it and you get the bounce to the upside. But I'm not going to bet on this. Okay, because you might get a nice three-wave structure here and continue the momentum to the downside. You just never know. Okay, so you need to pay yourself as a trader. Right, then from a bullish perspective, okay, what if we don't break down? What if we break up? Okay, so for me, it's also simple. If we had to break out over here, what I would like to see, okay, is a proper breakout. I'm going to sit on my hands. I'm not going to enter over here. I'm going to be a little bit patient with this one. I want to see, okay, once the proper breakout has happened over here, okay, I want to see if we make a three-wave corrective structure. It has to be a three-wave, nice and easy, chilled corrective structure, like a boring corrective structure. Like, you know, it doesn't move fast. And you start building some bullish CVD between those two pivots, and you take a FIP from the low to the high, 0.618 with nice little bullish CVD. I will speculate on a long during the retracement for momentum to the upside, because usually the first wave, the 1, 2, okay, is the boring wave. And this is the boring wave that usually wreck a lot of people, because they play the breakout, they put their stop here below the low, okay, they go in with high leverage positions, it falls down, and then it does that. Okay, stops you out, right? And so it's very important for me to see how the retracement is going to take place. What I would also like to see is, I would like to see local change in market structure. So when I go, if I go here onto the 15-minute time frame, what do I mean by market structure change? Okay, very simply put, okay, when price is ranging to the downside, you have lower highs and lower lows. Okay, so what I would like to see from the breakout over here is for us to come and claim these highs. Okay, so I want to see a proper breakout that claims the highs, because then you're potentially, okay, that's proof of support. Now I have a tick in my box to say that as a trader, I need to have a certain amount of ticks for me to enter a trade. And depending on how many ticks I have, I know how much capital and risk I can take on for this trade. So when I get a nice breakout here to the upside, and you change market structure with a higher high, okay, you now increase the probabilities to form a higher low. But it needs to be a three-wave structure, nice bullish CVD building up here, and then you can also, guess what, you can also have a trend, and you can wait for the trend, because often what happens, it ranges inside here and then it explodes to the upside. So you miss the breakout, you wait for the trend, and you play this breakout over here. So I'm going to be patient with this trade. I'm not just going to enter over there, right? Not going to happen, because often what happens with these breakouts is it fails to claim the highs. It SFPs from the highs. Everyone's like, yeah, we in. Okay, it didn't change market structure. It comes back. Okay, they add to the position with a retest. It looks like it wants to go, and it falls back down. Makes lower highs over there. So that is the trick that I'm going to wait for if we do get a breakout here to the upside. Hope that makes sense. Smash up the like for the education. Let me know if you guys enjoy it. Okay, right. So that's basically my plan from a longing perspective. Okay, you can see that I do have my alarm set. If it happens while I'm sleeping, I'll wait for the next trading opportunity. It is what it is. What I do know about the crypto market, or any market for that example, is there's always another trade around the corner. Always, 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 always. Okay. Right. I think the bad thing about Bitcoin is it's 24 hours, 7 days a week. It never sleeps. Okay. And trading for some people can be very addictive, so they don't leave the charts alone and they don't give themselves a break and reset their brains. Okay, I want to see what CVD is doing over here. Okay, no berry CVD against this pivot. We did form some berry CVD. Okay, let's see how this plays out. Right, let's go through some comments over here. Tonzi, okay, awesome TA, thanks so much for the info. Brutal Metal 25, welcome to the live stream, I appreciate it. Great, smash up the like, folks. I see, thank you so much. Do you trade oil? Yes, I do put oil in my car from time to time, so I take some out and I put new oil in. No, I mean, I'm just joking. No, I don't trade oil. I want to get actually into some commodities. I really want to get into commodities. I've heard that platinum, using the one-line trend strategy, I've heard that platinum on the one-line trend strategy works amazing. So I want to give it a go. Okay. I just need to do some research in terms of which exchange to use, the better exchange to use to trade some of those commodities. Right. Okay. Let's continue. Legends. So a little bit of education over here. And I am not preaching, okay, but what I'm about to share, I am not preaching that you should be using high leverage positions, okay, not at all. I'm just giving you guys a little bit of a tip and a secret over here. I have spoken about this strategy before, but if you are a scalper, a day scalper that enter 10, 20 trades a day, okay, and you use high leverage positions with extremely tight stop losses, okay, perhaps you will find benefit in what I'm about to share over here. When we tapped, okay, this is a perfect example. The only time I will attempt a high leverage position, okay, is when I have massive confluence and a key level that I'm watching. Okay, what do I mean by that? If I zoom into what happened over here by the 0.382. So this orange line, okay, trust me, it's the 0.382. And I've often spoke about when you have a level that you are just waiting for, because I know when you have a massive pump to the upside and you retrace for the first time, the 0.382 usually has a nice reaction. Doesn't matter, you know, it doesn't have to go and bounce and claim the all-time highs again, but it usually gets a nice reaction. And it's usually at these scenarios that I really keep my eyes peeled and I will attempt high leverage positions. Okay, and I'm not saying a high leverage position with your entire account. It can be 1% or 2%, maximum 3% of your capital, and you can go crazy with 50x, 100x. I mean, it's up to your risk appetite. But how I trade a high leverage position is that I saw price dumping down here. Okay, I actually need to go onto the 5-minute time frame. I think it will look better on the 5-minute. Okay, this is what I saw. And this is how I executed the trade. And I have to stress that this is for experienced traders. You have to have guts and be extremely sniper fast about how you execute. You can't second guess yourself. Okay, you have to be so robotic about it. Is that what happened over here? Okay, price fell. Can you see? Price fell. It dipped into the 382. Okay, and as soon as it went back, I entered with my stop below the wick. So even if I get stopped out, I won't get liquidated. Okay, you have to be sniper, but you have to have a really strong level of confluence. Okay, and there's another trade that I took inside this range, which I'll share how I entered that high leverage 150x position. I think I shared it yesterday during my live stream as well. So this is usually how I execute a high leverage position. You tap the level, okay, and the wick could have gone back down further. I don't care, but as soon as, okay, if the wick is too long, I won't attempt it because then the risk management is too insane. Okay, it has to give me a smaller wick so that I don't get liquidated, depending on how much leverage you use. So as soon as price dipped below and it moved up, I entered. That's it. And I don't care. I can get stopped out. Okay, I lose. Okay, I can promise you guys, I lose way less than what I'm going to make. And I'm not risking my entire account. Maybe 2%, 1% of my capital at 100x leverage, whatever the case might be. Okay, and then I got the bounce here to the upside. Okay, we got a retracement, didn't stop me out. We got the bounce here to the upside. And as we move up, you start taking profits. Because I mean, a lot of people told me, but how did you even make money with this move? I can tell you guys now, it's not about, okay, how high the move goes. It's about your risk to reward. So I entered the trade. Okay, my entry was a little bit higher. I took majority of my profits over there because I went to bed. And my stop, oh my God, my stop was tight. Let me just take the scribble there out the way. Right, you can see how tight my stop loss was. A 0.06% stop loss. This is how you execute a leverage trade. But the key is you have to wait for areas like this, a high confluence area. With experience, I've learned that's usually the 0.382 after you have a multi-week pump to the upside. When it taps that level for the first time, you get a beautiful reaction. So I was waiting, I was sitting there, I was waiting for this level, okay? And as soon as we tapped it and we got back up, I entered, right? And I mean, look at the risk to reward, 25.59. For every $100 that you're risking, you're making $250. Beautiful. But the problem is you never know how high you're going to go, okay? And that is when I execute trades like this, okay, I start taking profits on the way up. I start taking profits and I closed my position around about here. I was out and I went to bed. So this is how I executed a high leverage position in this trade. Okay, hope that helps. But what is key over here is that you have to be patient. Okay, you have to wait for opportunities like this. Okay, there was another one that I entered. I just want to make sure that I remember where it is. Okay, it was this long over here. Okay, yeah, I also executed a high leverage trade. Why did I execute the high leverage trade over there? Okay, I just want to see if I can remember the analysis, what I was analyzing with this price action. Okay, and then if I take a fib from the low to the high, okay, there we go. So here was another insane high leverage position that I entered. I think I did share the P&L last night in my live stream. I literally, okay, sniped an entry over there, okay, with my 𝗞�59 account. And if you guys like to trade with my 𝗞�59, trade with me on 𝗞�59 20k bonus using the link down below. Okay, so what happened over here is there was a couple of things that I was watching over here. Is that price fell down, okay, and we formed some nice bullish CVD as price was falling down there. Okay, where was it? Sorry, legends, just trying to find the spot. I am here on the 3-minute time frame. Here we go. Okay, so first tick. So I have a box of ticks. I have a box of ticks. I have ticks that I need to tick off, and depending on how many ticks I tick, okay, and I can identify more levels of confluence, I will increase my risk in that position. That's how I work as a trader. So first thing I saw is, nice bullish CVD. Okay, bullish CVD on right, was it that move? Yes, it was that move. Bullish CVD on white. Okay, there was bullish CVD between those two pivots as price, but it was building up as price was falling down already. And even between these pivots, okay, I know it's a lower low, but I will still do a tutorial on CVD. Okay, as price was falling down, it was against these pivots also creating bullish CVD on yellow. Okay, and usually for me that's also a clue that even if you take the low, you're most likely going to SFP from that low. So first tick for me is I was looking at CVD and I knew that there was a lot of shorts entering the market and the market makers were absorbing the shorts. Then, okay, okay, this is why this thing doesn't make sense. I need to switch this off. Okay, that's better. Okay, then because I mean price was falling down here, okay, we got beneath the point of control over here, but we have the value area low of the range. Okay, usually when you get acceptance back inside the range, you go tap the bottom, and we also had the 786 over here. So as price was falling down here, bullish CVD, I liked what I was seeing, and then what a devil do again? Okay, we tapped the 786 to perfection. We got acceptance back above, okay, the value area low, and I entered. And I literally closed my position at the 1-to-1 extension. When you take a FIP, trend-based FIP, from the low to the high to the low, you can see here by the 1-to-1 extension, this is where I closed my trade. My high leverage trade. If I can just get these things out the way. Okay. Okay, so I rode this momentum here up to the upside, literally from this zone up until the 1-to-1 extension, okay, with insane risk management. And my stop loss was 0.1%, 0.14% away. So even with 150x leverage, I will get stopped out, I will not get liquidated. So this is how I snipe these entries if I'm attempting a high leverage position. I don't enjoy high leverage position. It requires a lot of screen time, and I often miss those high leverage places. But if I am in front of the chart, like I saw what happened over here, I will attempt a high leverage position. Okay, because usually I miss them because you have to be so patient for them to hit a specific level that you are eyeing where you could get a reaction like this. Okay, most people, okay, that I've seen so far get liquidated from high leverage positions is because they see, for example, let's use the same structure over here. They see, for example, okay, bullish CVD building up, and they start entering with 100x, 150x. They start entering. And the danger of that is that you keep on adding to your position because you don't want to get liquidated, so it drags your entry down. So you keep on adding, you keep on adding, you keep on adding. And by the time you get too low, you've added your entire account already to try and not get liquidated. And then that last move liquidates your account and you're out the game. Okay, I've seen it happen often, and I'm sure a lot of you in the live stream here will also tell me, yes, it's happened to me, or I've heard about someone that it's happened to. Okay, you cannot build a position. So if your analysis states, okay, I have a low, I have a high, I can see some bullish CVD, according to my Elliott wave analysis, whatever your analysis is, you believe that we're going to make a higher low in this zone to come and claim the high once again. You cannot build a position with a high leverage. You cannot build your trade with a high leverage position. That is where you use 5x, 3x, and you slowly ladder in until you've completed your 3% or your 2% position. Okay, so that when price turns around, you still make money, but I mean, trying to catch, okay, trying to build a position with a high leverage account, okay, 100x, 150x, 200x. I see some of the exchanges offer 200x. It's you're gonna get wrecked, right? You're gonna get wrecked. Been there, done that, but now it's past. Yes. Jeffrey, 𝗬𝗍𝘆𝗽, does the exchange platform allow you to put your stop loss this close to your entry with this high leverage? Yes, the exchanges that 𝗖𝗿𝘆𝗽 allows it. 𝗖𝗿𝘆𝗽𝗽 allows it. I haven't had any issues. Okay, I mean, you can even put your stop loss on top of your entry price. Okay, that's how I protect my position. You sometimes get those warning messages. Prices too close, you have a danger of getting immediately liquidate, I've stopped out, whatever the case might be. Okay, I just click OK, and I've never had an issue so far. Right, I do know of some exchanges, I can't remember which ones. It doesn't allow you to play high leverage positions like that and put your stop loss that close. So valid point, but the exchanges that I use, Bluffin and 𝗖𝗍𝗍𝗽, they allow you to do it. Well, I haven't had any issues so far. Okay, so I just wanted to share some tips and tricks in terms of how do I catch high leverage positions. Okay, I catch high leverage positions by being very, very, very patient and only trading high probable scenarios when I can tick many boxes and I know exactly, okay, where to catch them. I knew if price is going to fall down here, it taps the 786, it gets acceptance back above, just I'm going to sniper that thing. You have to be quick. Okay, it's really an advanced way of trading. Okay, so I thought I would share it with you guys, so that when you do see an opportunity like that, perhaps, okay, you know how to execute it way better. Don't be that person, because that often happens as well. I have a high confluence area, okay, and then you sniper the entry and you don't put a stop loss. And then price comes back down again and you add. And price does this, it comes back down and you add. Price does, it looks like it wants to go, but it doesn't want to go, and you add. And before you know it, okay, you've added your entire account. Don't be that person. Take the knock, take the stop loss. That's why you have to be robotic about it. And that's why I'm also saying that it is an advanced, experienced trading methodology, and you have to be very robotic about it. Is that you see the retracement, you enter, stop below the low, okay? As soon as price, that's also what I do. As soon as price moves in my favor, I protect my position. I put my stop loss a little bit above my entry, so that when I get stopped out, it still covers my fees, okay, and maybe a little bit of profit, $1, $5, whatever, a bit of profit depending on what position size you trade at, so that if you get stopped out, just take the knock. Okay, right, and I mean, this was an epic trade here to the upside. Yesterday was really a really good trading day, very obvious, easy. It was an easy trading day. I knew exactly what I was looking for. Bullish CVD, played along. It didn't get invalidated like today. And I mean, this was the frustration with the bullish CVD. We had bullish CVD building up here today, which got invalidated. Okay, moved up. Target was the high. Didn't play out, but I have to say that there's no indicator that exists on the face of the earth that is 100% accurate. I still like CVD because it's about 75% accurate CVD. Okay, so more times, 75% of the times it's accurate and you can trust it. And when I backtested CVD as part of my trading strategy, it did improve my win rate. So I will still use CVD as a tick box. Right, cool. Let's go through some more comments over here. I told you it would hit 59K. 59K is still down here. It didn't hit 59K yet. Okay, are you talking to me, or you may be speaking to someone here in the comments? Mr. 𝗖𝗍𝗍𝗽, I told you it would hit 59K. Yes, definitely a possibility. Okay, I don't go more than 50x. I mean, 50x is nice. But I like to say, legends, whether you trade, okay, if you have a stop loss, let's just quickly do this, just very quickly. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. If you have a stop loss that is 1% away, let's do, where's the percentage? Okay, There we go. I don't know why. It's because I'm not doing it on price action. If you have a stop loss that is 1% away, okay, you can see a 1% stop loss. Okay, there's two ways you can trade this. You can trade with 100% of your capital at 1x leverage. Your stop loss actually tells you how much leverage you can use. Okay, so if you have a stop loss that is 1% away, and typically you are a trader that only risks 1%. Okay, if you're a trader that risks 2%, you can just go and do the math. But let's just work on a round number. If your stop loss is 1% away, it means that you can trade with 100% of your capital at 1x leverage. If your stop loss is 0.5% away, it means you can trade with 100% of your capital at 2x leverage, so that when you get stopped out, you only lose 1% of your capital. Sorry. Then there's another way. Some traders like to trade with 1 or 2% of their capital at 100x leverage, 50x leverage, depending on where their stop loss is, so that they don't get liquidated. So you can't 150x your position if your stop loss is 1% away, because you will get liquidated. Okay, just math, right? At 100x, 1% move liquidates your account. So okay, even a 1% stop loss, if you're attempting a 100x trade and price moves against you, you're most likely going to get liquidated. So if you're attempting a 50x leverage position or 100x leverage position, you need to make sure that your stop loss, okay, will get hit before you get liquidated. So two ways of trading. You can either trade with 100% of your capital and times it by the stop loss, like I've just explained, or you're that trader that trades with 100x leverage or 50x leverage, but you only deploy 1 or 2% of your capital. Different strokes for different folks. There's no right or wrong to that. It's just how some people like to trade. Just want to see what CVD is doing over here. Okay. I see. Thanks, 𝗬𝗍𝘆𝗽. I learned a lot from you. Looking forward to getting educated more, and much love. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I got a question or a request. I'm not sure if you guys want to see it. Someone wanted to know, 𝗬𝗍𝘆𝗽, what does your recording setup or your trading setup look like? So if you guys want to see, let me know in the comments. I'll take the camera off. I'll turn it around and I'll show everyone what it looks like. And if you guys want to see, I'll share that. So someone did ask me, I forgot about it yesterday. If you guys would like to see, I'll take off the camera and I'll show you what's happening here inside my mini studio. Okay. Right. Yes, please, Mariela. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. What I want to do over here is just make sure that my drugs are hidden and stuff like that. No, I'm just joking. So no secret, okay, and I have no shame in admitting it. I do use a green screen, okay, because my studio is quite small and I don't have a beautiful back wall, and I am planning to get a nice, beautiful, natural studio with a background with pots and plants and some LED lights. So I am using a green screen, but let me show you guys. Let me see if I can do this. Okay. Right, so let me put it on full screen. Let me do this. Okay, can everyone see? Let me know. Can everyone see? Have to talking to the mic. So that is basically my laptop, as you guys can see, and then I have two screens, okay, 32-inch screens. They might not look big, but they are quite massive, one on each side. That's where I have my charts. That is where I have my YouTube, and I read all the comments and see the analytics and how many people are watching and liking and subscribing. And then this is the light that, you know, lights me up, I suppose. And then there's my laptop with my mic over here, my mouse and my speakers, and I've got my water. I've usually got some coffee going on there. And yeah, this is basically my trading setup. Okay, can't zoom out. Wait, let me see if I can zoom out a little bit more. Right, so trading setup. now you guys have seen my trading setup. I do have some crystals and stuff here on my desk. I'm quite a spiritual person, so just to give off the right vibes and stuff like that. So hope you guys enjoyed. Let me just put this back. Okay, I just want to do something here quick. Oh, wrong button. Okay, just the mic. Do you have any idea about BTC options price decay? No, I don't. Okay, I'm not scared to admit if I don't know anything. I have no idea, right? Price options, BTC options price decay? No, I don't have any idea. Right, yay for crystals. Thanks for sharing. Pleasure. I hope you guys enjoyed that little tutorial of my small little studio over here. Okay, and the question is, are we going to break out here to the upside? Okay, but I mean, I've explained to everyone my longing plan, my shorting plan. Let me just put this back here onto the screen. And okay, let's see what Bitcoin is going to give us. I just quickly want to go here onto the 4-hour time frame and just quickly highlight something over here that, okay, what I would like to see, okay, from the structure of Bitcoin inside of this zone. Okay, I've often spoken about this. 3-wave structure, 3-wave structure, 3-wave structure. I want to see another 3-wave structure form over here. Okay, so we can still dip down below, but I'm looking to long this move if I am awake, breaking the trend. But it's not to say, okay, because I saw a lot of people posted previously when I said this to say that, you know, it's just going to end over here and we're going to get the breakout to the upside. No, it's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that we can still go a little bit lower. Okay, but I just want to see a 3-wave structure. I don't want to see a 5-wave structure. Okay, I don't want to see that. It needs to be a 3-wave structure and then a 3-wave structure back to the upside. So yes, we can still go a little bit lower, and that's why I'm saying just be cautious with this breakout, because if this is going to be a 3-wave structure, you could form a lower high and break down further, maybe to the 0.618. We never know, okay? But I want to see a 3-wave structure, because if it's going to be a 3-wave structure like all the structures has been so far, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and this is going to be another 1, 2, 3, it's going to look good for the bulls to still have control. It's going to look really good. Where I want to see another 1, 2, 3, okay? And then maybe another big 1, 2, 3 here to the downside, not claiming the low, right? Make the world bearish and scared, and then off to the races we go. So as long as we continue to build 3-wave structures, I will be very happy. So, right, let's see how this plays out. Is 𝗬𝗄𝗄𝗿 in the house? I didn't see. Oh, Mr. 𝗬𝗄𝗄𝗿, here we go. 𝗬𝗄𝗄𝗿, I've got a scenario just for you. I've prepared and I spent hours and hours doing something just for you today. So hold on to your beer. Let's go. I want to share with you the scenario that you've been waiting for your entire life. Okay, here you go. Mr. 𝗬𝗄𝗄𝗿, this is for you. The most bearish scenario that I have here on the cards. Okay, here you go. Okay, as traders, we always have to be prepared for all scenarios. Okay, so although the scenario carries low probability because expanding diagonals are very rare in Elliott wave theory, but it's not been invalidated yet, where we're forming a contracting. Ooh, some alarms going off here. I think it's because of the pumpy action we're getting here to the upside. But Mr. 𝗬𝗄𝗄𝗿, and for all the bears out there, an expanding diagonal that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves inside of it is very rare and only considered when all other scenarios has failed. Okay, all other scenarios has not failed, but it is still a probability where we've completed 5 waves inside of the structure, and this is now a 1, 2, which is finished. We're not going to take this high again. The high needs to be in, and 𝗬𝗄𝗄𝗿, I mean, this is the time you need to short. Okay, you need to start building your short position, because I mean, we can come down here to $24,147. Okay, if this structure plays out. I've prepared this just for you, 𝗬𝗄𝗄𝗿. I hope you enjoyed. Right, so that's where you need to take profits. $24,000, 147, and then maybe you will turn bullish once we hit that level. Okay, Simon Jones, yo deal, just joining. Found it hard today, very choppy. How did you find it? Yes, today was not an easy trading day. I did make a little bit of profits, not a lot. Yesterday was an absolute fantastic day. Okay, let's go back here onto the 15-minute. Right, and it looks like it's, I don't know, CVD. It's very choppy. I agree with you. I mean, Simon, yeah, it's very choppy. It's just I cannot tell you what the probabilities are in terms of 60% higher, 40% low. It's just, for me, it's 50-50. I'm waiting for levels to get hit to make a trading decision. But I did enter some trades today. The first trading setup, I got stopped out, that I've highlighted in the pro community as well. We all got stopped out. We were aiming for... I think it was this trading setup. We were aiming for the highs, okay, stop below the low, right? I entered in this zone somewhere, and I mean, if you did take profits on the way up, congratulations. And if you did protect positions, you should have not been stopped out, but I got stopped out. I was expecting at least these highs to be claimed. Okay, and this is the position I got stopped out of. I think we were analyzing this as a potential A, B, C here to the upside, which we didn't get. Okay, so I got stopped out of this position, but I successfully played the SFP from this level when I saw this. Okay, there was another, by the way, that was another high leverage position for me. Not as high as yesterday. I think that was about a 40x position over there. We got the dip here to the downside, okay, and that's usually a tip from a CVD perspective as well, is that a lot of people think that the CVD gets invalidated. But I've often seen, and this will be in my course as well, okay, I've often seen when you build up bullish CVD, like as aggressive as this, and you take the low, okay, you took the low, there's a high chance that you are going to find upwards momentum and reclaim this pivot over here, which we did. Okay, this is why, this is what gave me confidence to enter the SFP. So yes, it was an aggressive SFP here from the lows. I did post it in Discord, guys. I've entered the swing failure pattern, and I'm taking profits on the way up. So I entered this position, and then round about, where was it? I think it was the 618. If I take a fib from the high to the low. Okay, this is where I closed my position, right there by the 618, and I also took a little bit of profits here by the 50%. Okay, so this was a successful trade for me that made back my stop loss from this trade over there. So still not as great as yesterday, but still profits in the bag, so I'm happy. But I mean, yeah, some days are easy, some days are difficult. Today was for me a very difficult trading day. The only successful trade I had over here was the swing failure pattern. I took aggressive profits. It would have been nice just to get that follow through, which we didn't get. But I mean, it is profits nonetheless. You don't win them all. And I do have losing days as well. That's just part of the game. You know, sometimes, some days I don't make profits. I take a loss, and then I just don't trade. I go to gym, speak to you guys here on the beautiful community, or do something else, and then the next day is a fresh day, right? Fresh analysis, new opportunities, we reassess, and then you make all that money back plus more. Okay, this man is a good guy. Share the stream, boys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Alicia, Devil would like your insight on price action form during October 2023 on Bitcoin. Similar wave 3 wave structure forming to your leading diagonal thesis before we went parabolic. Ooh, that is interesting. Okay, let's see if I can find it quickly and see if I can analyze it. 2023, October. What did you say? 2023, October. Okay, let's go. 2023, October. Let's see. Right over here. 2023, October. Okay, I see. Yeah, I mean, I don't like to. What do they call these things where they match what happened in the past? They call it something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This was actually a double 1, 2 combo. Okay, so this is a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 to the upside. Okay, ABC, ABC, ABC. That's the low. So this is a double 1, 2 combo. Okay, because it's expanding. It can't be an expanding. Very rare in Elliott wave theory. This is actually very bullish. It's a double 1, 2 combo. And basically a double 1, 2 combo are very bullish and very explosive to the upside, where you have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and you jump to the upside. So, and translating this back into where we are right now, not off the cards, okay? Because when you look at this structure on the 1 hour time frame, there is still the potential for double 1, 2 here to the upside. What if, okay, we just have to consider this. What if just what if this is a 1, 2, 1, 2, and we go, right? Definitely a possibility. Okay. I just want to take a fib extension and see if the levels do actually balance. Yes, so it's valid. I mean, if you once this wave taps the 1-to-1 extension, then it lowers the probability for a double 1, 2, but it's not off the cards. Okay, this can definitely still be a 1, 2, 1, 2. Not high probability for me because I don't like the 3-wave structures, and usually a double 1, 2 combo has clear 5-wave structures to the upside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This looks 1, 2, 3 to me. Okay, not a clear 5-wave structure. And this also looks, I mean, you can force count 5 waves inside of this structure, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so there I can count 5 waves, but I really struggle to count 5 waves in here. And a double 1, 2 combo has to have 5-wave structures. It can't have 3-wave structures. So let's see how that plays out. Right, legends, like I said, if we get the breakout here to the upside, okay, if we get the breakout here to the upside, I might be in bed because it's 8:30 here in the evening here by me already. But I'm going to be patient with this one. I'm going to wait for the breakout, sit on my hands. I want to see market structure change. I want to see us form a higher high over here. And then with the retracement, if there's some nice bullish CVD building up, 618 level, a 3-wave corrective structure, I will attempt a long. And that, I mean, that could take up until 10 o'clock tomorrow, just more or less drawing it out over here. So I will most probably be awake for the retracement. So I will long the retracement, okay, over there, but I'm not going to long the breakout. If you want to attempt a long here with the breakout, I mean, you can be very defensive. You play the breakout, and as soon as you tap the highs over there, you take profits. Okay, you need to be very defensive because you could SFP the highs, not make a higher high, and then fall down. Okay, and come and claim the lows once again. So you need to be careful with this breakout. It's not a really convincing breakout for me, so I'm going to be patient with this one. I'm going to wait for the breakout. Okay, want to see the market structure change, 3-wave corrective structure, bullish CVD, and then I will enter. So I'm going to be very patient with this one. If you want to be aggressive, by all means, just make sure, you know, low risk, low capital. Don't go crazy with this trade. But I mean, always the possibility, you just never know. I think the probabilities are slightly higher to make a lower high in this zone, even if you get a successful breakout to come and to potentially come and take the lows again. Okay, cool, legends. Can it be back to 65k soon? 65k? There's a possibility for 65k. I just want to see something over here. Okay, what if I need to play what if scenarios over there? Yeah, if this is a 1, 2, 3, this has to be a 3rd wave, because the most amount of volume is usually in the 3rd wave in Elliott wave theory. Okay, so if this is a 1, 2, 3, maybe end it over there. Okay, it could still form a 4th wave, okay, or the 4th wave is in where this is, and the structure is really difficult to count. It could already be in where this was 4, a 3, this was 4, and now this is 5. Done. And now we're going to make potentially a corrective structure here to the upside in an ABC. A, okay, you want to see market structure change. B, C. Definitely a possibility. But I need the A wave to be in so that I can calculate where the C wave can go. Okay, usually it retraces to the 0.618 roughly. Okay, when you take a fib from the high to the low over here, it roughly retraces to the 0.618. So I would say more likely a $64,000 or a $63,000 retracement we can expect over here if we are going to make the lower high over here. Okay. Right. But I also just want to highlight, if price breaks out over here, it comes back for retracement, massive bullish CVD building up. And when price climbs like this to the upside, there's just continuous bullish CVD. Okay. This might be a bigger impulse to the upside that I didn't expect from a technical perspective. But usually price will give me clues as it is pumping to the upside. If there's continuous bullish CVD, bullish CVD, bullish CVD, and no bearish CVD forming against this pivot as price is moving up here, no bearish CVD between those two pivots, there's a chance that we could go higher. So I will be observing how price reacts as we have this momentum here to the upside, because it's never guaranteed. I'm telling you guys over here that I'm expecting a three-wave corrective structure to the upside. Okay, ideally I want to see some bearish CVD building up in the structure, maybe some bearish CVD against these pivots, and as price is moving up here to give me the confidence that we're going to make another three-wave structure to the downside. But if I don't see what I want to see, I might just leave my long for higher levels. Okay. Cool. Legends, smash up the like for the education over here. Hope you guys have enjoyed the live stream. Remember, down in the description, Bluffin, okay, if you cannot trade on the World Series of Trading, there is a competition happening on Bluffin, $100,000 prize pool up for grabs, and I think it will be shared amongst the top players. The top 10 players will share in that prize pool. So go sign up below, join this trading competition. I'm also going to trade here on Bluffin. And then for those of you that can trade on Bybit, the World Series of Trading, I've got the link down in the description to go and register for the competition. Come and join our team. We're going to trade and hopefully share in 10 million prize pool. Okay, cool, legends. Thank you so much for joining. That is all I have time for today. Smash up the like on your way out. Hit subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And I will see you guys in the next one. Cheers for now.